I want to talk to you about my Coach Now Learning app and what a tremendous tool it is for helping junior golfers develop. You know, there is this thing called the curve of forgetting. You know, when you go in and somebody gives you a lesson on something, right? If you don't work with the material, we have this curve of forgetting. What if, what if you had a place where all of your information was stored? What if it was in your phone? What if it was on your laptop, your desktop? Then you would never have to worry about the curve of forgetting, would you? You could always just access that information, pull it out, and know exactly where you finished. You know, back in my day, I would always have these two things when I started practicing. I'd steal a cart pencil and I'd have a little notepad and I would write down things that were working, things that weren't working, things I tried, different things, okay? And before long, I had a whole pocket full of, notes, okay? And you think about, that's really arduous. It's 2025, right? We have it all in the Learning app now, okay? So the Learning app, you have your own digital space that you, like I said, you can access from anywhere, anytime. The other thing that always bothered me about junior golf instruction was, if somebody said, well, I'll see you every Monday at 4, Jeff, what happened during the week? What happened on that other 167 hours before they came back? Well, the answer was not enough. With the app, we can have much better communication, right? We can have, right now in the program I run, we have video analysis twice a month. We also, on the off weeks, we have communication, we have drills, we have skills testing, okay? So we do not take time off. And that's the beauty of the app. You can do this at your course, on your schedule. You don't have to match it up to my schedule. You don't have to live in Florida like I do. You can be anywhere and still keep the progress going. So the Coach Now app is an amazing tool. You can videotape out of that. I will teach you how to start taking and analyzing your own video because I want you to see what's going on there. You can record it, you can store it, and then you can share it with me. Once I get the video, then I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna analyze it, I'm gonna draw the lines, I'm gonna voice it over, I'm gonna give you specific drills, specific videos to learn with if I don't think you have the right knowledge. So it's a wonderful tool, the Coach Now Learning app, for your junior golfer to connect with me, okay? We also have another connection in there, and that is the parent, okay? And so now we have the ability to create a learning team for your junior golfer. You got a junior golfer, you got a connected parent, and you got me. And I put in the Learning app a lot of stuff about how to be a good connected parent, how to find tournaments to play in, how to make sure your equipment fixed, how to add in workouts, how to add in challenges, all sorts of things that make the learning process, 1, more enjoyable, and 2, more effective, okay? And we could, you can't do that in person. You could, the gold standard for, junior golf development has been drop your kid off at an academy. Okay, you drop your kid off at an academy, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a year. They have to, either you have to move and relocate, or you ship your kid off in there. And what you have is you have a transformative experience where somebody is making sure that they're practicing correctly, they're learning, and we're going through all these steps. You don't need to spend $30,000 to $60,000 a year to do that. Why? We can do it through the app. It is very simplistic. You can get the same program, your course, your schedule. So Coach Now Learning app, okay, it's a perfect and great tool. If you've opted in, then I've sent you a Coach Now invite. I'll start to pre-populate that with some information, some welcome videos showing you how to videotape, getting a little bit more in depth into the information that I can provide in there. Wonderful tool, Coach Now. I hope that you get signed up with me. If you haven't yet signed up, book the free call. Once you book the free call, then you'll get the invite for Coach Now. We can discuss further your son or daughter's goals, their struggles, their wins, all sorts of things in there. So I look forward to working with you, and I'll talk to you soon.